What's happening, family? What's up, brothers and sisters? To the children of Israel, Hebrew, true, real, are truly in essence the Hebrew Israelites. They are God usher in the King. Those who lack understanding, let them seek the Most High. He'll open your eyes and show you. Oh, kingdom. If you get a chance, listen to Dr. Miles Monroe. The concept of kingdom versus Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Hinduism, Mormonism, or whatever ism they got. They got a lot of isms for you. You know, they got a lot of isms for you. A lot of confusion. That's about it. Like the Tower of Babel, they operate in that same spirit. You gotta open your eyes, brothers and sisters. Who you are by operating according to the instructions, of course, of the Most High. There's no other playbook. I see brothers and sisters doing what they do, in the world and this and that, but I'm like, no, I ain't messing with them because first of all, I don't trust them. It's like I try to explain to my son, and I respect him. But I'm like, son, we not of the world. The world don't love you. And people will show you because they have the mindset of the world and they operate like the world. They will show you that they're of the world and they will reject you when you're simply walking in truth. Can't make this up, family. I see it every day. It happened to me. But you take our care. By your strength, we gonna overcome. That's how we overcome the world. Because he spoke something into us. We are Jacob. This is our promise. You either gonna take hold of it and walk in the light, the life of the light, or you gonna continue following the world and depending on them. I'm not following them. I know better now. That's why I study. I read the book. I commune with them. And that could be even more dangerous. They'll profess Christ all day. I've been Christian, I've been saved, sanctified, and filled with the Holy Spirit since woo, like they weren't born through the Spirit. Like they don't understand our Father, which art in heaven, is a spirit. Do y'all read the book, John chapter 4? Well, I understand what's going on. The Most High, the truth is showing you through your spiritual lens, who's truly his people, whom are taking hold, especially Jacob. Jacob, you got a Negro, take hold of the covenant. The last thing I should hear out of any Negro's mouth is talking about which are Hebrew Israelites. You are Hebrew by bloodline and Israelite by nationality. God chose you. He chose your ancestors. And he changed Jacob from Genesis 32. That's our bloodline descendant. It's not a religion, Catholic, Christianity, nor Islam can set the standard for whatever's written in that Bible. Because the Bible is not what they think it is. They will assume it from the perspective of whatever their religious beliefs and idols are. But like I said, you only assume it. You can plagiarize the Bible. That don't mean you got the Holy Spirit, the YaHuWaH of YaHuWaH in you to really have as the seed. But unto his people, we that people, family, we got that spiritual. You see it. Even before we learned we are the Hebrew Israelites, the Bible speaking about, family. We've always been a heavily religious people for a reason. That's why they use that Bible. A lot of people, oh no, that's their Bible. They use that Bible because you didn't understand it. So your enemy was able to use what you didn't understand, which they had took. Like I hear the Gentiles, oh, the Bible ain't real. I even hear some probable Israelites. probable people of the Hebrew persuasion. I hear them talking about it. They swear, live and die. They swear they're going to live and die by Christianity. Wickedness in high places. And you got a lot of wickedness going on in high places, not just in the heavenly places. They're showing you they're showing you who they truly are. And then I see a lot of other people just, they like love, you know. I'm not even going to call us out our name, but a lot of our people confused. They think going through America or what you think that educate, especially a lot of them think they so highly educated. We're a bunch of educated fools. That shit they teaching you, they took from your ancestors and remixed it and sold it to you, and now they don't even honor it. They even change the threshold for what are those for whatever degrees you carry. They didn't change the threshold in a financial sense. Yeah, you got certain, a lot of people don't rebel, but they are unless they decide to homeschool, build their own schools, they're gonna fall under the authority. Because they're not gonna choose to opt out and do their own thing. That's like even with voting. I'm not telling you, listen, everything I'm saying is for educational purposes. Because at the end of the day, there's a lot going on in real time. And people have to do their due diligence so they can understand the people that they're dealing with. First of all, you got to know the nations, the governing nations. I try to share with people. These people you can read about in the Bible, just like you can read about you in the Bible. God said his people will be suppressed because of what happened to their ancestors, and for a time period, that spirit will be on them and their descendants forever. But it will be activated for a time, and then we know there will be an awakening, a regathering, and a reckoning, a world, a universal reckoning. You can expect that to come. But first, there's some things that must needs be fulfilled before we get there. You can listen to these religious people talking about, and a lot of people, y'all take the Bible literal. The Bible ain't literal. Yes, it is. Anytime it's telling you about the fruits and the vegetables and things, it has to be. It's just you haven't upped your understanding to that of a God. Most High speaking to gods. He congregates amongst the gods. Read Psalms 83. We are gods, the children of the Most High, but we shall die like men, like one of the princes. He's talking to his people. Now, that don't mean, I can't tell you you're not his people, because he the one created man in his image, after his likeness. So that's what I got to ride with. But to the average person, religious person, that's going to seem strange. And I hear a lot of Christian people, I don't even know does Christianity have a foundation? Can anybody answer me that? Real talk, does Christianity have a foundation? Does it have a scroll that we can go back to and look at its ancient history? Because the Bible doesn't teach you about a Christianity. Christ came to establish the kingdom. No, Christianity are the people who try to hijack the truth. It's not a religion. You're establishing the king's dominion. Thy kingdom come. Kingdom is two words. King and dominion. You're establishing his dominion. Like, stop playing. And they go and speak to his people. Judgment begins at home. I hear a lot of people in the kingdom first with these people. The sign of the things that's written about in the Bible that are on us, our parents, us, and our children. they only talk about it. I heard a woman on TikTok making it known that the conversations that the children are having in school, and it's like you got the little white kids hollering nigger openly, sometimes at high pitch, which to our children may seem fierce. But I'm like, I always teach my children, you don't fear nobody doing all that hollering. And if they got a mob, you know you already wrong. They scared of you. That's why they come in with a mob. They want to get somebody attention to possibly help their ass. Once they know, once you get on their ass, once they mess and you go to straighten their ass out. So they're going to make a lot of noise. That's a coward. Now, you being, called to be who you are in essence, a God, you got to, man, that's when you're going to have to really work. When the Bible says work out your own salvation, you're going to have to work it out. You're going to have to work it out, but then you're going to want to be a reprobate you would disagree with. You shouldn't just easily give them power to cause you to react. I'm learning. Trust me, I'm learning, and I'm getting better. They say all type of crap about Dewayne, but don't none of them match up to what I bring to the table. None of them got what I possess. Can't none of them teach nobody shit that they can take and go out there and be fruitful and multiply with it. I'm back on my shit. Yeah, I haven't slacked. I've been holding my flag, holding it down, holding the shop down and what I got going on without help. And people know how to get out. He's the one. There go your Neo. There go you want to invest in something. Stop spending your money with people that don't love you, nor does that purchase cause you to be fruitful or your hand to multiply. No. You better pay attention to the men. I ain't got to ask you to pay attention. You're going to pay attention to the men. Because that's the godly thing to do. Live like kings and queens. Not just you, but your children and all you can help. We want you to believe that they're investing in you, so when they ask you to do things like they didn't, they didn't earn the market. And when they call it in, they want you to answer. I don't think so. You got to compete against man. That's what the Most High put you here for, to rule in your own authority. He gave us authority. You don't supposed to come up. They don't have no damn authority over you. That's why we in the state that we in. Everything they did is backwards. I don't give a fuck how many black people talking about Trump the best president. I ain't gonna even talk about them, but I'm gonna say what the fuck I gotta say. And can't nobody shut me the fuck up. He ain't no best president. He a fuck up. All them people, their whole system is fucked up. All of a sudden in 2020s, motherfuckers love the government. These motherfuckers ain't never did nothing right in our community. They done killed all your leaders. Now y'all so fucking scared that you can't man your own ship. You got to promote the motherfucker who been trying to destroy you. Like, wake y'all ass up. This Black History Month, well, here go a Black History lesson your ass gonna learn today. When we start doing that, real talk, I ain't no street niggas, but I'm from Chicago, South Side. I'm 54. And I can pretty much tell you it was never a time. Yes, we were taught to deal with community government. You know what I'm saying? Like aldermen, councilmen and things, ward councilmen, and we were taught to invest our time in things like that. Even with Jesse Jackson, I don't say nothing crazy about him, but I don't follow his politics or religion. Period. And I don't need to hear no excerpt from whatever he said. I'm what to do. Because a lot of people been, even some of these that around here casting, throwing stones at him in his death. I question, I don't give a fuck how bad he was. How can you talk about somebody in their death? Y'all getting like the devil. When Gayle King and them did that shit about Kobe. Like, when we start doing that, they think because a person left this physical form, you think he gone? You have no understanding. Y'all religified. Some jackass preacher done told them. They ain't went and did no research to prove nothing from the source of where that book come from. Like, man, we too old for that. Wake y'all ass up. I don't deal for weakness. And because they got some fucking materials, that ain't no power. You better pay attention to world dynamics. The power's in Africa. That's who we need to be connecting with. In Africa, you need to be connecting with us. If it's just one group of people that cause all the fucking problems, that if we put their ass on timeout, not deal with them, let them fund their own wars to destroy themselves. And you ain't supposed to be destroying one another no way. Talking about they chosen. Get they falses all outdoors. Revelations 2 and 9 is the church community. All of them. Every religion. They Revelations 2 and 9. And it also has a group of people. It speaks for itself. I don't gotta say nothing. It speaks for it, and I ain't scared of it. It's talking about the people who call themselves who. I don't understand how the Hebrews run around talking about, oh, we them. We ain't none of them. You're a Hebrew by bloodline. And because the Most High, YaHuWaH, chose your ancestors, you better pray you get it right. He chose your ancestors. Yeah, you in on the covenant, but you might just be barely in there. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people religify out, I'm telling you. Show love and give scriptures every day. Matthew 6:33. Let me speak these scriptures. Why? Because the more people you influence, you speak these scriptures to and influence, once that seed is dropped on them, that covers sin too. God will cover some of your sins. Because the Most High will see you doing his work. And that pleases him. Obedience is greater than sacrifice. That's the spirit. That represents him. He's the Most High of judgment, of true law. Talking about a master. Stop. People talking about, I ain't know if you believe that Bible. Ain't know. Are you stupid? Everything created with the breath of life in it walking around, guess what? It has his spirit in it that's keeping it alive. It's because of his Ruach HaKodesh. And I know a lot of y'all don't know no better because you don't read. But you want to tell somebody what's truth and what's not. We read, family. We digging in the ancient books and connecting and bringing it up to modern time because it's ours. And that's how we supposed to move. Don't tell me about no religion. I ain't going to get belligerent in my conversation, but don't be telling me about that. I ain't no Christian. And I love YaHuWaH, who the world called God, and my son, who the world called his son, Yahushua Mashiach. YaHuWaH, Yah, Who, and Shua. But you're looking at it through a Greek and English perspective, and we look at that like that's the end all be all. He not the God of the Greeks. He not the God of the English, the Germans, the Lash. But they are who they are when they say they them people who Revelations 2 and 9 and 3 and 9 speak about. They are a part of that. That is a system. But he spoke on them. They represent a system. They the ones who overthrew Rome. It was the Germanic tribes. They overthrew Rome. Not just the Germanic, the Turks, Turkish, they families. These are Gentiles. They the ones overthrew the Romans and took power. They didn't destroy it. That's their blood. Remember, Hitler tried to raise the Third Reich. He wanted another Rome. He wanted to rule like Caesar. That Hitler was something else, man. That dude was something deep, wasn't he? Like, bro, I don't know why he chose to fight the European nations, but I can look at the spirit they got on them now and how they deal with the world. I watched that history. He crushed France No, he crushed, what's that, Poland first? Not Stalin's was with Russia. He cracked Stalin's, didn't he? That was his buddy. And Mussolini. He cracked Stalin's. They fought. And Russia wasn't no punk, though. But Hitler went at Europe like family. He shitted on France. France ain't had no power. He crushed them. He crushed Poland. He crushed, I'm trying to remember the sequence, all these nations. I believe after he got through with France ass, he went and cracked Britain ass too. The UK, he cracked their ass. And they got America involved, through them. Same people. They everywhere. They run shit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I ain't looking at it but I'm looking at your spirit. There's something wrong with your motherfucking spirit if you ain't for the Most High people. I don't give a fuck who you are. How much money? That money don't mean shit, because when the digital dollar come in, guess what? And it's not just the digital dollar. They got their own money they operating over east. A lot of people gonna be leaving the West. And a lot of people done left the West politics and doing business. You better look at these big corporations. A lot of them pulled a lot of money out of here. You better wake up. The money is going over there. Everything is resetting, man. The Bible is the truth. You can listen to these people if you want to. That's the only one true book we have, because it's telling you everything that's going on. It's telling you people, all nations of people. The Most High created nations. The Most High and the kingdom is about order, family. And they made it where it was, what they did is made it where it's palatable. And they told you about a bunch of freaking bull crap, period. No matter what you call it. Bunch of lies, family. And we knew better. And I'm gonna tell the truth. I don't care if you like it or not. And you gotta question even the preachers in our communities. Because they seminary talk, they follow the same ideology. They don't run the kingdom. They're not establishing the kingdom. They operate just like Christianity, like a religion. That's not kingdom. Christ didn't come to establish that order. He came to bring you back what Adam lost and what the Israelites, where they fell. But one came out of them, a redeemer. Don't get it twisted. The word was shown unto Jacob. That means so much, because the word that came forth, we beheld his glory as of the only begotten of the Father. John chapter 1, verse 13 and 14. Read it. But you can go to Isaiah where he talks about it. Isaiah 7:14, chapter 7 and verse 14, and Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. 7, and read 8 too, yeah. But the Most High talks about this child that will come through virgin birth, through Mary and Isaiah, is God with us. So he's telling you he's coming forth. Then we got 1 John chapter 5, verse 7. 3 that dwell in heaven, the Father, that's it, his word and his spirit, which is. And these three are one. Can't make this up, family. People make it so hard and so trivial. All this debating and all that. If you just read the book for yourself to truly get a grasp on it, you'll understand what I'm saying. You won't think. He think he's somebody that knows something. He don't know nothing. I know that I'm a servant of the Mama King, but I'm a servant to the Father. And I'm finna start flexing in my authority to raise his people up. I'm tired of all this phony, fake love. The people that's supposed to have your best interest at hand, you can't trust black people. Especially not these other ones. I'm a man. I'm talking about them other ones. Y'all know who I'm talking about. All they want is what they can get, and they ain't moving in no leadership capacity. A lot of them not. They opportunities. They can give a shit less about, especially our youth. If they don't give a shit about our men, they ain't gonna give a shit about your children. Listen how they talk to our children. They speak the worst of our children. They degrade our children. I'm the one your ass should. I'm gonna always pour into my children till the day I die. They ain't gotta like how I move, but I'm gonna move in a righteous manner as the Most High leads me. You've already been instructed. Now make it happen. You can't fall into what the world is doing. I'm not given to that because I know I'm chosen. I know I have a different purpose. People can talk that shit, but you can't walk in these shoes. Feel your own. I got these, and I don't need no advisor. I got the Most High. You dig? You know, somewhere around this motherfucker. This ain't over here. No, no. It's destroy me. That's the rebirth. Yeah, it's the rebirth. We're back. We're back stronger because the Most High gave us this authority. And I ain't finna let none of these sapsuckers tell me nothing. They on everything, they can't tell me nothing. And they can't tell me nothing that ain't in alignment with what he done already established. You're gonna have a real problem out of me. Cause I know that bullshit they pushing ain't standing on nothing. Iranian tell Hebrew Israelites to shut the fuck up. Okay, fair use copyright. I wanna hear this. Now people gave him a can of Bible whoop, but whoop him with the word. Let that chump know where he's going in captivity. And put some respect on that. What's wrong with you? Watch your mouth, chump. Check the shit out them chumps. And I will ball one of they. No, I will ball one of them chumps up real quick. Let them know. He's in an Islamic country. Black people had that bitch in an uproar. Yeah, a lot of us are descendants of our brothers and sisters in Africa, and we understand they operate with a different respect towards different nations. They operate like God told them to, with honor and love, with love. But you got the nations, they wicked as hell. But black people, you don't get it twisted because them motherfucking entertainers kissing them Arabs' ass. We not gonna kiss your ass. Hell no. You gonna put some respect on it. And we ain't no motherfucking street niggas out there playing with no guns trying to kill black people. We don't play that shit. They gonna respect Israel. All of them. I don't give a fuck what their religion is. They all gonna come to obedience. That's how we in the hood move. You know who you are. What your religion is. Do what you do. But stay over there with all that shit. These ain't our, we respect our elders, but we don't go along with that shit these nations be talking about. All that politicking, talking about they own this and that. We'll run your ass up out the hood. Y'all know that. Police can't save your ass. That's on life. Straight up. We respect out of love because we God's people. But don't think we soft at all. I don't know about some of these Hebrews. I don't give a fuck who they is. They live in our communities. And it's just, we're turning this bitch up like the penitentiary. We got some old heads, Generation X. We still got that gangster in us. Don't get it twisted. We ain't out here killing thirsty. They don't know how to make decisions where they can pull themselves together. I talk to our people on a daily. Motherfucker, let's come together. What is y'all problem? Like, what the fuck got going on? Everything can't be connected to all of them. They can't know everything we doing. Them motherfucking ops. Look how they playing your brothers and sisters in Africa. Fuck them. I ain't saying go mess with them, but fuck them. Look how they playing your brothers and sisters. You don't embrace their ass. You got black ass people who come on there and let them treat them like shit. They even got people over there talking about they let boo-boo on them. Like, what? Sisters going their ass over there and letting them people defecate on them for so, and they give them a lot of money for it. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Look it up. I'm like, you people going to hell quick. But when that spirit already on the sons of Jacob, we woke. All that, what? No, we ain't having that. Not in my area. Not in my area. I pray ain't nobody over here letting these chunks do no shit like that. And that don't mean shit because a lot of them join the street organizations. Like, that shit ain't what our predecessors established. So that shit they doing won't even stand. Y'all controlled by rappers. That's not even in the streets. Like, the streets don't respect them for that shit. The streets respect men who build. All that shit they doing. Come on, man. You motherfuckers destroying the hood. You destroying the morale of the hood. How the fuck I'm gonna have $1 million? You let these chumps tell you what you can and can't do. Like, you can rouse their ass up in the hood to kill one another, but you can't stand and hold fast to what God promised us against any nation that's seeking to raise his head against the knowledge of truth. This shit is real. And a lot of them joining the religion of our oppressors, and they swear by it, family. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers is this. Boy, y'all deceive. Wake your ass up. You better pay attention to what's going on. The law shall go forth from Zion. It's active. The word is alive. You can listen to all these brothers and sisters with all this religionified bullcrap all day, debating, just talking. They want to build a platforms. That's cool. Be a politician. But you got a group of, they ain't just no group. You got a whole bunch of us ain't politicking. We laying it down, kingdom style, and moving forward with it. And just like the Bible tells you to, Judah. They talking shit about, and I believe I understand how to turn it into practical knowledge, right? Where we can help ourselves and build our own kingdom through the Most High. That's our kingdom. You're not gonna build no for yourself out the blue, especially not depending on something from them. Shit, I'm from the hood. We never had them. Only time they come, we like Scarface. Only time they come they ass to the hood is when they want to fucking vote. And ain't nobody fucking with y'all this year. You they some freaks. If you go run around talking about we going to vote and all that, I'm gonna look at you real strange. Like something really wrong with y'all. Y'all thirsty. You seeking the wrong attention, I assure you. I promise you. And if I don't care who you are, you choose to follow them, and you know they ain't this system ain't got shit to do with the Most High, nor do it love His people. Now you can make that choice to follow them if you want to, and make that wrong decision. And the Most High gonna hold you accountable for that. You can listen to these people talking about the judgment of the Most High is not on this nation. This system is crumbling. It's going to fall. They cannot save it. I don't care if they can go raise up who they want to raise up. Guess what? They not gonna raise that bull crap up above the knowledge of truth of the Most High's word. And I put that on everything. I can't cuss like that to that commercial. That one say I put that it on everything. These nations is done. They're gonna come under obedience, submission, and obedience to the will of YaHuWaH. And that's a fact. That what they offering ain't gonna stand. Yeah, a lot of people gonna lose their lives. The Bible tells you a lot of people. If the Most High had not shortened the times. But guess what? He's gonna save Jacob with an everlasting love. I mean, a lot of people crying about that. Get over it. These things happen to us because of what was established through our ancestors. I don't care if you believe it or not. I'm not looking for your approval. This is the truth. This is how we moving, family. And it makes sense. That's why they hate you. Christ told you if they hated you, know that they hated me first. And because you his bloodline, true, real people, no religion, you ain't got to go through no Christians, you ain't got to go through the Jewish people, you ain't got to go through the Catholic people, you ain't got to go through nobody. You got to submit your will to his in the spirit. Then them the niggas that's gonna come at you. They gonna show you another spirit. You watch them niggas. That's who you watch. But yeah, establish the kingdom and go in and proclaim it in all the nations. Go proclaim the truth of God's word in all the nations. And then the end shall come. Keep talking about the end, all these videos and all that. I'm gonna go watch some of this video. I'm gonna check out brother. I'll be checking brother channel out. But I do my own thing because I don't care about all that we talking about. Y'all heard what I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I don't understand how Israel always getting in confrontation with everybody. Man, look, you can't convert nobody. You ain't no authority. You got to speak the word to these people. The spirit the spirit matters, family. And how it shows up and how you think, how you move. You ain't got to say a word. We read spirits. We the sons of Jacob. You know this, and when Jacob wrestled 32, that same spirit is in. That's why you jumping up out the building. Everybody paying for you to go to school, to their schools, to wear their clothes. Come on, man, that's the point. They idolize you. They operate in doing that intentionally because they want you to move in sin. You ain't, yeah, you are gods, but you the little g, the children. So you have to come under obedience to the Father. And you can't be a lot of stuff we be doing. You can't just do that. You can't just jump out there. I'm with this and that. No, you can't. And you can't do it for money. A lot of people just do shit for money. Like, what is wrong with y'all? That ain't what the instructions establish. I understand that. I used to do that. But now, no. I do it for the king in the kingdom. And under him, I'm a king. So you got to move as such. I've always ruled my kingdom, family. I'm not one that depend on the world. I always went and made my bones. I made my bones early so I can have a way to move. It might not have been the right way to most people in the beginning. I had an elderly woman that knew me. I haven't seen her in so long. She was like, I remember you when you was young. Y'all was bad as hell. You was bad as hell. I'm like, huh? You sure this me? Dewayne Reese? And she was like, man, stop. I'm like, okay, okay, I'm sorry. I don't really remember you and woody woody woo. It's been so long. I've been locked up. And, I told her I've been down for 11 straight. Them people gave me 23 years. And I'm like, and I was in another world. I and I can't remember everybody. I had people on the streets, man, you don't remember me, Wham? Bruh, I was gone. I was out of, and then when I was out there, I was moving so hard, family. I was making moves, moving hard. And even in my hard times, family, I stayed 10 toes down in what I was doing, moving hard, whether I was doing good or doing bad. And I wasn't involved with a lot of what was going on with people. That does affect you, and it will affect your memory. You can forget people. You living that fast life. There's a lot that comes with that. You might not see people all the time. Even without going to jail, you ain't just hanging out. It's a certain way you move when you were made, man. You didn't design this person that move in a certain way because you on this particular mission. You know, people don't get it, but I understand. Maybe my memory just not good on that one. But she knew me to a T. I was like, okay. I apologize, and like I said, I expressed to her, maybe that's why I didn't have who I was from her. She's like, your ass was bad. I was like, that's unfortunate because I was, and there was a group of us, bad in the sense of trying to be fucking grown, and we were children. That's why I look at the youth today. I'm like, boy, I just be like, man, I don't want to call them out their name, but the decisions y'all make, they be based off of weakness. Y'all ain't making sound decisions where you sat back and thought about this shit with some wisdom. And you can't say you ain't got wisdom because we talk about this all day. Y'all listening to people, but y'all listen to fake bullshit. People walk around with chains. They grab it. Don't sit around talking about what you ain't got. Don't keep listening to them that keep pushing that shit because although you ain't got it, they got something. Like I was some Black Power shit. Like fuck the world, we don't need nothing they got. I never have. Although yeah, I could use a bank account and use that credit, but I'm like, no, that ain't from the Most High. So being chosen, you gonna come out of that anyway. And because you know what's connected to it. Then that shit is a Ponzi scheme, family. They eating off your debt. You don't even understand the instruction on what this thing is. These banks. You don't even understand the system and how the fuck it work. But we promote all this stuff like this is it. No. Come out from among them. We being used, family. They eating off our debt. And if you get me, you got millions of people in here that's running to the system. Shit, they gonna eat real good. And they telling you a fractional bank system. So that means once you put your money in it, they can do what they want to do with it. And you see what they doing with it. They empowering their people so they can build. They giving them loans and getting a turnaround on it. That money coming back, you won't miss it. They'll take it from somebody else. Fuck out of here. How else they gonna function? They not producers. They ain't producing shit. They done sent all their production somewhere else. Only a certain few that's invested in that. Then they sell you that bullshit like that's the end all. That's it. That's the golden. That's the keys to the king's ransom. No, devil is a lie. Fair use copyright. Fair use copyright. Y'all check out brother Tim Stevens. I'll be checking his channel out. I'm subscribed to it. Hebrew Israelite. Check him out for yourself. See if the spirit is on him. I believe it is. That's why I subscribe to him. Now, everything they talk about, like I have an indifference in some things. I personally don't believe that a lot of our people understand the spiritual implications of who the Mashiach is. So therefore, they don't walk in that true power that understanding things of the spirit will bring. They still stuck in Moses' seat. You hear him selling the Sabbath every weekend. Like, you don't understand who the Messiah is. He is your rest. You gotta be like him. Every day. We're not moving. In that sense, our instruction is not on a level of how the world thinks. That's why we have Matthew 6, 8, 9 through 13. Then we have Luke 11, when the disciples asked the Messiah, how do we pray? And it's just like, but you got to understand the function that's at work. You're praying for the power of the eternal one to come down here to rest in you so you can move according to what's written. When he say you're a king, you have authority to rule in your kingdom. You have to come, your job is to establish the kingdom, family, first of all, so you can operate in that manner. And it ain't gonna come, that's why I always said, my rise ain't gonna be corporate. My success and profit will not be corporate. They won't have nothing to do with it. It's something greater. It's the Most High. We got His ways, which is all power and authority is given to the Son. Everything He created, we can utilize to our advantage because in His kingdom, it makes us wealthy, highly successful. I see the brothers and sisters that's operating according to the law. Cook me some rice and some potatoes. Boil me some potatoes. I'm gonna boil them to death. The rice got a lot of starch in it. Get it out. What a strainer at? I guess I'm the dishwasher, so I'm gonna get that in the dishwasher a little bit. But yeah, we're different. I was listening to Minister Farrakhan when I heard him, and it brings joy to my heart to hear the truth, no matter where it may come from. When he told them, yes, we are God's choice. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We are the Israelites. God's choice of people. I was like, oh yeah, that's what's happening. But you gotta move like it, brother minister. And no disrespect to him. If you know we the people, then you know the Hebrews move according to an eternal spirit that's in us from the beginning. That's who we are. We are the children of God. We are God's children of the Most High. No matter how much education you go and get, the education can't stand against the word. It has no, it's not concrete. It's somebody interpreting things of the eternal. And tell me it ain't. Please tell me it ain't. Where do you think they get the laws to operate their business? Not that they follow them the right way. But where do you think they come from? That's biblical, family. The Most High is the one who established wealth. If you keep His instructions, yes, you can get it. You can attain it. If you know how to command it. Command that thing, speak that in your favor. Speak it religiously, in a truthful manner. Upholding His righteousness. But it has to be based on His word. It ain't gonna show up no other way. I don't care what you put it on. You can't establish nothing unless you establish it on His word. You can listen to these people with all their little gimmicks, coming from a point of debt. That ain't what the Most High give you. That's dealing with a system. That's how they choose to move. Cool. That ain't none of my business. This is how we moving over here. I go on and on and learn. And really looking at it and seeing it at work. The knowledge of the truth. The most word. How people take to it. That's what really made me go in with it. I don't care what the world doing. They don't mean it's right. Just because they said it or something they doing, that don't mean it's right. I don't move like that. I move by the Spirit. We are spiritual beings. So I move by the Spirit. Turn that wrist eyes. That resides is all. Okay, you got enough. Need some butter for you. There's potatoes and rice. I ain't gonna smack some cheese on my potatoes. You did a little cheese, a little flavors there. I want some. Nah, I need all that. Some cheese. She got some pretty cheese. She got some of that white folk cheese, y'all. Like, I'm just playing. And that ain't no slight to the white folk. I don't hate white people. Hell no. I don't follow people's ideology. I hate the white man. I hate the white man. That motherfucker. But I know what his ass did. I ain't forgetting what was done to me. Hell no. You ain't dealing with that kind of man. We'll never forget. Most I told you don't forget. You remember you was a servant in Egypt. You serving their ass now. Their last name. That's a bonded name. They own that. That's how they able to find your ass through your last name. They own that. People just bullshit talking about marriage. We didn't have last names. They ass gave us last names. Look your last name up. The video's been out forever. They show you how they came up with last names. They might have got your last name from a tool, an animal, any motherfucking thing. Y'all talking about some all this to take stock in what they established? Hell no. That's what the most happened. I ain't thinking about that. That's even what some of the Hebrew, the Israelites talking about. You gotta go through them to get standing. What the fuck is all that? You need the spell, you need the spirit, family. And you can go. I'm from the hood. We ain't have all that. We just went like Nike, just do it. You dig? That's what we got, and that's what people hate. People fear that. I don't know why. I don't know why we do as a, you need to put this in a plastic area. You have to get on this front. Just that fucking turkey. You ain't got no Ziplocs, one. Wrap you up, put you in a bowl. Put you in the bowl. Tupperware. You learn, you learn. You learn. Something told me yesterday I started to make some eggs and cheese with the sausage. Cheese. Eggs, yeah, eggs, rice, sausage. That's something I picked up when I was in the gym. It's good too. Like I said, I used to send me money. My lady sent me money. Always sent me money. I kept bread. I went to commissary like every other. I went twice a month. I wasn't trying to go every week. I go twice a month, spend $100 and get a whole bunch of food. I was retailing 2 for 1, 3 for 1, selling cigarettes, selling noodles. We got a whole lot going on in there. There's ways you can improvise to do business. You got something of value, you can always make money. I listen to these cats. I don't knock these cats on these sites. I don't knock nobody. I'm just speaking the truth. And unfortunately, it's going to go against a lot of what we hear. But I don't knock nobody. And I do that in love. I can't lie to you. I don't care what our people talking about. If you don't believe in the Most High, you got a problem. And through His instruction, you ain't whatever you pushing ain't gonna stand, family. It ain't doing nothing in the community. We tried everything. They talking shit about the Bible. But black people trying everything, ain't nothing working. Nothing working for you. What's the word? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Ain't none of that stuff working. And I don't care what this system is doing. That shit don't work. Unless you work it. That's no. God makes you the owner. Get the hell out of here. Because you got to put that work in. Yeah, you got to put that work in, family. He makes you an owner. He's not going to have you under them. What kind of ruler you think the Most High is? He ain't fugazi like them. You know, they got idols. Them idols fugazi, family. We ain't trying to keep up with none of that. We rolling with YaHuWaH. Okay, turn that back on. Turn that. Yeah, watch what you're doing, boy. Turn that back on and we're going ahead and hit some more Brother Team. We got the Most High, so you can't come under none of them. You teach their ass. That's where I'm cut from. We from the hood, the real hood over here. Well, hell no. We ain't riding none of that. We ain't riding no nigga. I ain't gonna say that word, but we don't ride none. I don't care how much money they got. Fuck them. We got.
The demonstrators are calling on President Trump's help. They want to
fair use copyright. Fair use copyright.
That can make the deal happen.
This is Iranian.
Iran have never, in the past 47 years, never been this close to freeing up themselves from this Islamic regime. So I'm proud to be here.
Thousands poured into the streets of downtown to back up that solidarity with real action.
America, world, we need your help. Iranians will up.
Fair use copyright. Fair use copyright. If any help you hear these people talking about that's going to make a difference, the white people is the one putting the pressure on their ass. It's the government. I hate to tell you the truth, but I have to. So they must be looking for black people to help them. What we going to get out of it? Real talk. We ain't, no. Black people sitting back chilling, analyzing and planning while they're actually living their lives. Free from all that, and life is beautiful. I tell you the truth. It is beautiful. Now I'm about to get involved with the youth. You don't need them in all that confusion. The whole entire Western system is gonna fall. And all these nations gonna be judged for what they did to his people and them people too. Because Israel was shipped over there, the Israelites. It's a history on that place. The Medo-Persian Empire was over there, if I ain't mistaken. The Medo-Persian Empire. Look it up. And they're part of Babylon. These they brothers. They Gentiles, family. I don't hate them, but truth is the truth. And you gotta speak the truth. Israel was scattered over in them areas. Look it up. Through the Assyrians.
All right. So as y'all can see, first thing that you should hear that should,
white people putting the pressure on their ass, so who else gonna help?
What common people do you hear that's always running around saying regime change? Most people would say, oh, we gotta free the oppressors or something, whatever. Regime change, that's one of these terms that we have heard in propaganda whenever the United States wants to go and attack somebody. And I'm going to show you all that later on in this video, right? But the fact that they're out here talking about regime change, oh, Trump, we want regime change, go. Wait a minute. So y'all going over here, y'all done ran y'all's butt from over in Iran and come over here. And then you want America to attack your home country, right? And to overthrow the country and bring in, a whole new government. Well, if America goes to war over there with Iran and Iran, hits Americans, and then anything happens now, mind you, you see there's thousands of all that just in LA alone. They talk about it's a large community, whatever. What do you think people are going to feel if America gets into a war with Iran? all of a sudden they're going to look at all your Iranians and say, you know what, you might be sleeper cell. You know, you think that you're not going to get persecution here in this country? You think that all of a sudden, and if America goes to war with Iran, why wouldn't you round up all the Iranians? You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know which one of them may be, you know what I'm saying, a terrorist or jihadi, let you tell us, right? So the bottom line is, you know, how is it that you would want the American to go and attack your country? See, some of these people in DC, hey, we don't know what the heck is going on with these people. They lie so bad, right?
With the protest, support freedom of people of Iran. Where are they getting freed from?
From Islamic regime.
And what's the regime doing?
Dictatorship.
Dictatorship?
They're killing people, executing people.
Do y'all have like world news? Like how do y'all find out about this? Sorry, I have family there, and they have internet. Those are real people.
Yes, they killed almost 40,000 people in 2 days.
That's my cousin's wife.
That's your cousin's wife? Okay, do they kill them for like speaking their mind, or what do they kill them for?
For protesting.
Just for protesting? Yeah. Against the government?
Yeah, against.
Okay, so if y'all succeed in y'all mission, what do y'all want to happen? Like, what do y'all want y'all country to change?
To have a democratic country.
Like America.
Like America, yeah.
So you want your country to be America?
Yeah.
So y'all with like killing the babies too? Like abortions? Are y'all with that?
Have you ever?
That's what American is about.
Have you ever lived in an Islamic country?
I live here in America.
Please shut the fuck up.
We was here slaves, man. We were here slaves. We got brought here on slaves. I never disrespected you. I was just asking a simple question, and you want your cause to happen, and you talk to me like that.
Islamic Republic to get out.
I agree with you, but how can you? That a one Muslim? What is your religion? Oh my goodness! And that's where they lost me at.
You see, a lot of these people that go out here calling themselves wanting to be street ministers or whatever, you don't go up to people and start questioning their beliefs and not think somebody's going to fire off on you, right? You're out here, you know what I mean? And a lot of them, they're so embarrassed, right? If you're going to go out here, you need to understand, when you start talking religion, you need to understand, you know what I mean? Definitely the three monotheistic faiths. You need to understand Christianity, you know what I mean? You need to understand Judaism, and you need to understand Islam, right? Because the bottom line is, you're going to come across, if you sit up here talking to people and you're going to try to pull people in to have a conversation with you, you better know what they're, you know, have a firm foundation of their belief system. So here this woman is telling you, you know, oh, okay, you know what? We're protesting against that regime over there, and you know, this Islamic regime that's oppressing people and killing people. Oh, and well, how do y'all find out about it? And he was initially just asking some, you know, general questions. But then your judgmental attitude start coming in there. Oh, well, you're going to kill babies over there? You want to do this, da-da-da-da-da? Now, it's, you know, you're being aggressive towards these people, right? Now, all of a sudden, you're yapping off at your mouth about what they got going on. You don't know if they got family members over there. You don't know if, you know, that's the reason why they feel so strongly about the way they feel. So, you know what I mean? You don't just go running your mouth, you know what I mean? So what is your purpose of even trying to draw them into your conversation for, right? If you're just asking general questions, fine, you ask general questions, whatever. Well, how'd y'all find out about y'all's news? Oh, okay, you know, whatever. But you also have to understand these government, you know what I mean, operations, psyops, you know? You could have easily been talking to, you know what I mean, somebody that's working CIA, you know, thinking that you're just talking to somebody else. Now they sitting up here listening to you running off at your mouth, and they like, you dumb Negro, you don't understand nothing that's going on in this world. You sitting up here trying to tell us, you know, and talk to us just because you want to say Jesus is black and all this type of stuff, you know what I mean? And then the first thing he turns around after the woman basically popped off on you, you don't say, no, I was just trying to. Then the guy says he's a Christian. Oh, let's see that he's a Christian, whatever. Why is it that y'all so quick to dog Christianity, right? The bottom line is, if you're really a Hebrew Israelite, you understand that Christianity came from the Hebrew Israelites. What is you talking about? That man basically told you that he converted to accepting Jesus Christ as his Lord. Whether y'all want to call him Jesus, whether you want to call him YaHuWaH, whether you want to call him YaHuWaH, that's basically what he just told you. Now, you go in and question somebody's faith, but the truth of the matter is, if you accept Jesus, YaHuWaH as your personal Lord and Savior, then the bottom line is you got something in common with this person. But yet you turn around and say, oh, well, he's a Christian. And just goes to show you you're ignorant. You're out here wearing the Star of David on you, right? David Alloy. You know what I'm saying? The Star of Melech, right? You sitting up here, got this stuff on, and you out here running your mouth talking to people. They see that star on you, they think that you're an Israeli Jew, right? You might as well have the Israeli flag on you. You got the same daggone symbol on you. What the heck are you doing out here, right? Now, and that makes you think, are y'all camps that's running around here with these stars on like that? Are y'all really government operation? Are y'all working for the state of Israel, right? You out here just stirring up, rebel-rousing people, what, to make all of us who are waking up and understand what's really going on, y'all trying to make us look bad, you know? Because you ain't no business even trying to engage with that woman. But as far as the woman, she, you know, like I said, she didn't have to pop off on him like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, you know, if he was going to say something smart to somebody, you know what I mean? You should have said something smart to her, you know? Oh, so that's the reason why you don't want to be up underneath the Islamic regime. Because you like running off at your hot mouth. You know what I'm saying? You know? You sit up here and talk to me any kind of way. I'm just asking you a question, right? Silly woman laden with sin. Right now, you run around here marching over here in the country and you want people to attack your own country. What kind of foolishness is that? You know what I'm saying? Don't you understand? If they start shooting rockets and bombs and stuff into your country, that you might kill some of your fellow kinsmen over there, you know? And yet you sitting over here protesting where you way over here and you want American soldiers to go over there and fight for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And give their life and shed their blood for you while you running over here hiding. You see what I'm saying? You say nothing to me. You take yourself up the street and get out of here. Right? That's what he should have told her. But anyway, let's go back to the clip because you're going to see he engages with another woman who's a Christian, but she starts telling him some things. And I can see, and that's why I tell you, you go out there, stand on that street, you don't really understand stuff. You know what I mean? What she was saying just went right over his head. Well, let me show y'all this next portion.
They want to be Christians. How? America has soaked into the whole world. They want to be just like the Americans. That's the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's the devil. Who does that look like?
Jesus is a neighbor, not a white man. Yeah, it's not white man. Yeah.
So who's that? You ask me who is that? Who is it then? Who is that?
Jesus.
So he is a white man.
Jesus?
Huh?
You're talking about Jesus?
Wait, who is this man? You say who is this?
That's a figure. I'm not
So-
talking about.
So that's a deceiver. He deceived us and they told us that was Jesus. So when we was growing up, they brainwashed us with this image and told us to worship it.
Okay. Jesus doesn't need my defense because he is that he is.
Okay?
No one can deny it.
You're a Christian too. I see
Yes.
your chain.
And I was no flesh.
I don't understand. Why do y'all want your country to be just like America?
No. Okay. What does it mean just like that?
The people that I was talking to down there, she told me they wanted to be huh? But so you're saying that Islam is controlling our country. I'm so confused.
Yeah.
So Islam is killing your people.
Yes.
Why? Are they killing y'all because y'all are Christian? They kill you?
Are you Muslim?
No, I'm not Muslim.
Okay.
I'm Israelite.
That's right.
I'm the true people of the Bible.
Did you read the Jeremiah
What verse?
49?
You want to go to that? Jeremiah Babylon? Yeah, I don't know what you want, but I read it.
34,
I'll read it to you.
40.
Turn it down. Turn it down.
Jeremiah.
This is Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 34. The word of the Lord that came to Jeremiah, the prophet, against Elam
14.
in the beginning of the reign of Zedekiah, king of Judah, saying, Thus said the Lord of hosts,
49, 30,
Behold, I'll
30,
break the
no,
bow of
30.
Elam. Turn it down.
Okay, yeah.
Okay?
Go ahead.
That's right, Elam. It says, And upon Elam will I bring the four winds from the four quarters of heaven, and will scatter them toward those winds.
Yeah, there's some.
Elam is Iran.
No, Elam is your people. That's your people. But
God promised.
he scattered us, the Israelites, amongst you.
Yeah.
He,
Love Israel.
but listen, he scattered us, and y'all did us really dirty. Y'all did us really dirty. In this day, when he scattered us amongst you, we went into slavery to you.
Jeremiah, prophet.
Jeremiah was in slavery.
Yes, but no.
Okay, go ahead.
You know the Daniel.
She knows she's
You
Elon?
know the Daniel.
Go ahead, let me see. Daniel, okay, yeah.
Very big boss.
Yeah, he was in the cave.
He came as a slave, but he was very.
All right, take care, man.
He was the mayor in Sosa,
Okay.
in Iran, and his esteem is grave there. And we respect Daniel. We respect all the people from Israel.
Well, why do y'all become a Christian? Why not become, or why don't y'all become a keeper of the law? Why do you not do with Christianity? Do you keep the laws? Do you keep the laws, man? Don't keep it. It don't make no sense. They said that they want their country to become America. What the heck? I didn't understand what they were saying. They said that the Islamic State is killing them. Is that propaganda?
All right, man. Watch me throw this down.
That's dope. Try this. Put that dunk on the
Man,
board.
what I miss? I know I missed a lot.
Put me in a sweet world.
They be doing too much.
Yeah, what?
I didn't catch everything. I'm gonna come back. Catch it later. It's been an hour. It's to the road. Anyway, peace and blessings, family. Be encouraged. We got now. We ain't worried about what them people talking about. We living. Shalom.
You see, he was got this program on TV, right?